Welcome back. So this will be... Goddamn, this will be a short episode. Like, the shortest yet, I imagine. Most... no, I say least is 20 minutes, most 25. So... I have a lot of work to get done, essentially. And so... It's not just work I have at home right now. I have more work coming. So I need to get the stuff I have here done as quickly as possible. Hence my very, very short time frame currently. And hence why I need to get this done as quickly as possible. Because, oh god, it's very late right now. And I did consider, thank you, just leaving it, just not recording something for today. Just because I have so much to do. But at the same time, I made a commitment to do this every day, and as much as I want it to work out, I know it's very hard to do so, in that it very much relies on me pushing myself to do it. So, for as long as I can, I'm gonna keep pushing towards doing it every single day. Granted, would it have been smarter to just wait and then maybe upload 2 tomorrow when I have more time? Sure, maybe. Like I said, this will probably be a shorter one, so would it have been better to just wait and do 2 tomorrow when they're of decent length? Possibly, but I don't feel right with that. Even if they are a bit even if this one is a bit shorter, I'll still feel better putting it out rather than missing a day and then putting out 2 the next day. It just doesn't feel as right to me. So I think I'd just prefer if I just did this, even if it's a bit shorter, because it'll stick to my one everyday bit. I'm sorry, what?
Quiz.
Are you the one that spoke to me? Alright, so I've been rewatching Don Machi, and I believe I've expressed before in maybe Dark Souls 3, but probably in a different game. I've expressed it in one of my videos anyway, my love for the series. Ah, Jesus Christ. In my rewatch of it, I've had to reevaluate that love, because clearly I forgot a lot. So, Season 1, still basically near perfect. I love Season 1, it's a masterpiece in my mind. There's very little things I would do to change it. I would maybe tone down the Hestia stuff, because her jealousy is cool, but it's a lot. She's there a lot. So her jealousy is on full display basically all the time. So I would tone that down either by just putting her in less scenes, or just making it so Belle meets people just without her around as much, because it seems like whenever he runs into someone outside of the dungeon, she is always just like close by. So I would tone down the Hestia stuff, but aside from that, I don't think I'd change much, because the first season is just so good. Season 2, however, I do think it has a good start. The whole clan war thing, I think, is great. I do like the clan war stuff. And then I believe after the clan war stuff is the Pleasure District stuff. Well, I can't remember if that's Season 1 or Season 2. I believe... No, okay, it's Season 1. Pleasure District stuff is Season 1. Because then the stuff that's in Season 3 No, season 2 I mean is Pleasure District stuff. Because the bit that's in season 3 is everything to do with the Xenos. You know, the monsters that can talk, and with the Dragon Gale. The Xenos stuff I don't mind too much. I think it's okay. That being said, just okay, just doesn't match up to season 1. Plus, there is a lot less monster fighting and a lot less dungeon exploring as there is in season 1. Which is unfortunate. Season 4, however, seems to be bringing things back to the roots, and I loved season 4. Easily the second best season after season 1. Without a doubt, without any kind of contest, season 4 is the second best. Season 4, part 2, it's shown up to be even better than season 4 was, honestly. Granted, I'm not all the way through it yet, but from what I've seen with them beating the dungeon boss with Belle and the elf, basically just trying to survive down in the lower floors, you know, the deep floors in frickin' floor 37. It's great. I can't believe they got dropped down to that floor. Like, Jesus. Ah, crap. Forgot about that. And I do like how they aren't just giving you, like, one massive flashback episode. Because there is a lot of flashback stuff concerning the elf. But they're not giving you just, like, a massive flashback episode. Or, like, 2-3 episodes of flashback. It's, like, slowly being sprinkled into the season. Which is, I found, something I much prefer when it's just slowly added on. Rather than just tacked onto, like, just 2 episodes of just straight up flashback. Oh, Jesus. I will say I'm kind of mad that no one can do anything to help. Like, Uranus is supposed to be, like, deeply connected to the dungeon. He understands that it's basically like its own living thing. It has its own will. It has its own defense mechanism. And yet he can't do anything to help Belle and those like that. In fact, I don't think he's done much to help them out at all. Fell's been the one to help them out. Granted, Fell is under Uranus's charge. But still, I really wish Uranus did a bit more to help them out. Barely seen any Hestia in Season 4 and Season 4 Part 2, which is something I'm very happy about. She's still in there a bit, but not nearly as much as she is in other seasons, which is something I'm very happy about, because I don't hate Hestia, but she's a bit much. She gets in the way a lot. I will say this, though. Something I'm not happy about is the exclusion of a certain character. Ainz. Ainz has only appeared once. And that is just Belle thinking of her in his mind, like, I want to catch up to her. Like, she wouldn't run away, she would face the enemy head on. Okay, good. For the wolf, both times you face it, both down there and here, you only need to beat it down to half its health, then it'll run off. Ow, ow. Okay. Okay. Come on, there we go. Yeah, so no Ainz, essentially, this season, or in Season 4, which I'm very sad about, because I noticed whilst rewatching that Belle doesn't really recollect his goal, essentially, to catch up to her after Season 1. Mostly because there's just so much internal conflict going on that he's just focused on other things like, oh, I have to protect this person, I have to protect this person, I have to save this person. And so he can't really reflect on, I'm getting stronger so that I can be worthy of her. Which takes away from what I loved about Season 1, which is, as a lot of people know, I love romance, and so I, of course, fell in love with Belle's idea of, I want to be strong enough to be worthy of being with her, to stand by her side. And that's part of Don Machi that I loved so much in Season 1. But in Season 2 and 3, that kind of thing is gone, essentially. He doesn't really bring it up again. Which is really unfortunate. Because, well, I already explained why it's unfortunate, at least for me personally. I'm not going to say that Season 2 and 3 didn't have good moments. They did. There's no doubt. Like I said before, I do enjoy the Clan Wars stuff. I do think that's quite interesting. The Pleasure Quarter stuff, I could go without. I don't care for that kind of stuff in any form of media. I didn't care for it in Demon Slayer. I didn't care for it in this. It's not my kind of thing. Granted, I do understand it's not always like they're forced into doing it kind of thing. Like Ishtar or Ishaya. I forgot her name, but the lady song with an I. I think it's no. Ishtar is the goddess. Ishin, whatever her name is. She and a few other companions accept it and just enjoy it. But I think that was mostly because she kind of got broken by her goddess, which is just all kinds of awful. Just all kinds of wrong.
Well, well. You're Lady Uria's Lord of Hollows. No bell tolls. And yet, you've slipped into the painting. Oh, no matter. If you've lost your way, the words of Lady Frida will guide you. Now, go on inside, show respect, and listen carefully. What's keeping you? Go on, right inside. Show respect, and let Lady Frida speak to you.
I really want him to recollect his feelings for Eyes, because they haven't come up since Season 1. And it's very infuriating because of the fact it's built kind of like a mix of shonen and isekai. Like, it's not exactly either of them, it's kind of like a mixture of the two. He doesn't get transported to a world, but it's very much an isekai fantasy world. And it's not exactly a shonen, but it's kind of a shonen with the power progression and stuff. But both of those tend to not have much romance. Well, isekai does, but isekais is weird in that it'll just throw a bunch of girls at someone and they won't pick any of them. Which is something that Danmachi has avoided by immediately setting out the standard that Belle only has eyes for one woman.
Welcome to the painted world of Ariandel. I am Frida. I have long stood beside our blessed father and the rest of the forlorn. But forlorn thou seemeth not, Lord of Hollows. I know not the missteps which led thee to this painted world, but thy duty is all, and thy duty lieth elsewhere. Return from whence thou camest. I presume it visible to thee? The bonfire here in this room. A meek and faded thing, but 'twill guide thee nonetheless. Ah yes, there is a thing thou shouldst by rights possess. A remembrance of this cold world for the great Lord of Londor. May it help thee bear thy duty. Now, return from whence thou camest. Thou'st a place in that world. Now, thou'st...
I wonder, based on her words, she says, can thou see it? I wonder if a bonfire is something only the Ashen can see? The actual, I imagine, physical thing is there, but I wonder if only the Ashen can see the flames. Intriguing. Yeah, so what I liked about it is that they set out right from the start, without any hesitation. Belle is in love with one woman, romantically anyway. He does have love for other people. He has love for his goddess. He has love for his friends, but romantically, his heart is set on Ainz, and Ainz alone. She is the one he wants to be with. She is the one he's striving to be strong for, essentially. Which is wonderful. It's what I love about Danmachi. But he has not reflected on this goal or the reason for his needed growth since season 1. It's always been for something else. Whether it is to be strong enough to save some... Don't get me wrong, it's a good thing. The overall message of Belle is he's trying to be a hero. He wants to be a hero. It's what he's always wanted since he was a kid, essentially. It's what his grandpa wanted for him. It's what Hermes wants for him. Even if Hermes is misguided in his belief. It's what everyone wants, essentially. But it seems like they've forgotten about his love and just set her as a benchmark rather than a love interest. He still gets flustered whenever he seems to see her, but there's never an acknowledgement of, I want to get strong enough to stand by her side so that I can confess my feelings. Which is, it's very obvious and very plain in season 1, but it seems to have been dropped in the later seasons, which... I'm not going to say it infuriates me, but it infuriates me. Because Ainz and Belle are like one of my favourite would-be ships, one of my favourite would-be couples. Which I understand isn't important for some people. I do understand that. Some people don't care about shipping at all. It's not something they're interested in, which is perfectly fine, perfectly understandable. But considering the anime and the story started out with Belle running through the streets, covered in blood, in order to go ask his handler about the girl he just met, because it was basically love at first sight, you can see how that sets a precedent for that being quite a big part of the story, and yet it seems to have faded out rather quickly. Which is just annoying, I guess. For me personally, anyway. Oh crap. Is there one behind me? Please don't let there be an archer behind me. Did you just... Okay, okay, you came down here to see me. Okay. No! No! Ah, crap. There is another archer. There he is. Oh, crap. I don't want to lead him out here. There's crabs out here. Oh, crap. Ow. Do you maybe not want to do that? Please? Oh crap, don't get hit by that. Come on, come on. I guess another annoyance is in Season 2, well Season 3 actually, they were really pushing for Hestia and Belle, it seemed. And then they never really concluded it, because they did a whole segment of like she essentially confesses her feelings, but she basically shows her hand by getting upset when he says something that gods and mortals shouldn't love each other in a romantic sense, and she gets upset, she runs away showing her hand, and then he gets advice saying you shouldn't do that, you should give her a clear answer about her feelings, and they just never really conclude that. because it moves on to a different thing where he's worried about leaving her because he wants to always be by her side. You know, because she is his goddess, he loves her like family, essentially. So they never conclude the romantic part about denying or accepting her feelings for him. He doesn't deny her or accept her, which is just annoying. I understand a lot of people likely don't care about this. That's fine, honestly. It's not something I expect people to care about a lot. It's just my feelings on the matter, my feelings on the anime, and what I think about it, and the romance and the direction it's gone since Season 1. Season 4 is better than the other seasons, Season 2 and 3, especially Part 2, but I just wish there was more Eins in it. That said, I will leave things there. Like I said at the start of this episode, this will be a shorter one. Sorry it was just me rambling, and sorry for the length, but I really do need to get this work done. I hope you can all understand, and I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you all later.